YouTube. Today's video, I want to talk about all these police shootings. Now, all this stuff that's happening on this planet right now, it was written 10,000 years ago. Or better yet, it was written 10,000 years in advance before this day. Or probably even longer, but if you reincarnated, that means you failed at your last past life or your last past lives. And if you incarnated, that means that you are a special soul that's put on this planet for a special reason. Because reincarnation and incarnation is two different things. But like all these police shootings and stuff, it was written because the government had this agenda they working on called order out of chaos. Let me repeat it again. Order out of chaos. So basically the whole concept of the agenda is to start race riots, to get people in fear, to get the so-called black people angry, to get all different races angry and going against each other so we can go out in the streets and protest and try to fight the police. Because once we do that, they're going to lock everybody up. And basically what they're doing is locking up all the special beings that came back to this planet, especially the people that was born in the 90s and the 80s, you feel me? Because we really just now coming back. Because like I'm 20, I'll be 21 next month in January 8th, you feel me? So, if you take off 10 years of my life, I'll still be 10, you see what I'm saying? So it's like basically I was just born type shit, you feel me? Because 1,000 years on Earth is only one day in space, you feel me? So, you gotta look at it like that, but everybody ain't got the mindset for it, so, right. But that's the whole point of the agenda. They want us to go back and fight the police and shoot at the police, and they want us to burn stuff down, just like Ferguson, so they could call order out of chaos, so they could lock up all the special beings. And guess what? Boom, you just failed your mission. You just failed the Most Highs because you couldn't navigate around the problem. You get what I'm saying? Like the brethren, the 13th son say, once you're on a higher vibration, and this is so real because I do it all the time and I see it with my own 3 eyes. Yes, 3 eyes. Now, well, my own eye, because the first 2 eyes, you get what I'm saying. But anyway, like he was saying, like if you're on a high vibration, you see the police and shit, they could be bombing your neighborhood. They could be on your street, shooting tanks at people. You could walk outside and walk right past them. They're not going to see you. I do this all the time. It's called being invisible. Like I made the video. Holding your breath could turn you invisible. This is very true because you're on a high vibration. You put your aura field or your Merkaba around you so they can't see you. They can't touch you. You know why? Because you're basically not there. It's like they can see you, but they can't touch you. You feel me? Just like with people. Like some people try to touch me, electric shot, or like electric shock. Sometimes it sparks off my body because I got my aura field around me. You see, I picture a triangle in my mind, and I picture myself in that triangle. You know what I'm saying? Which putting protection around me, but that's really what it is. Like they're just trying to get everybody ramped up and angry and stuff, just so they can lock everybody up, so they can have us trapped in a system. Because I remember a long time ago, like I think it was my senior year or my junior year, when I was in high school, and this dude in my math class was like, he said something, he was like, yeah, they gonna start a race war in California. He like, they got the blacks versus the Mexicans and shit. And like, I'm not from California, so I'm like, yeah, that shit sound crazy and it sound deep. But I'm like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not from California, I don't know what's going on. This was around like, what, 2011, 2012? So I kind of brushed it off. But now that I see what's happening now, when they just like all these videos of police killing innocent kids for no reason, like some police officers just killed the little boy for having a water gun. I forgot what state he was in, but come on, you killed the little boy for having a water gun. They want us to get mad. They want us to pick up guns and fight them back so they could lock us up. It's called order out of chaos, people. Y'all need to wake up and do y'all research. It's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of crazy stuff. Like Project Bluebeam, holograms, all this shit is real. Like a lot of stuff we see in this world might not even be real. It could be an actual hologram because they do have the technology. It's called Project Bluebeam, people. Go look it up. I'm telling you, I study all this type of stuff. I'm not just talking just to talk. I'm just being honest with you.